Hi, everyone. I want to take a moment and introduce you to Nick Fortune, owner of Fortune DNA, a Las Vegas firm. Nick's got over 28 years experience, and we want to tap into that experience a little bit today and get him to answer a few questions for us. So, first question, Nick, there's so much going on in the market right now. So, one thing that I wanted to key in on is oil prices. How is that affecting the market?
Well, you look at what's taking place all over the world, and the problem is not only what's taking place with oil affecting the U.S. Directly, but why are these things happening? What's going on internationally that's causing this market to go down now? What's going on is if you've watched the news, you know that Syria and Iran is in a real beef right now. And they had some attacks on one country, the other country retaliated. Right now, Iran is really having some issues with the sanctions that are going on, and their economy is really driven by oil. And what a lot of people don't understand out there is that Syria, unlike the U.S., can produce a barrel of oil for $15. And they really want to bankrupt Iran's economy. And because Iran is relied heavily upon their economy for oil, what Syria is doing is first of all, there's a plethora of oil out there. There's so much oil out there, less demand, a whole lot of supply, so that are already drives prices. The second thing that they're doing is continuing to pump out that oil. They say, look, if we can keep pumping out this oil and putting cheap oil on the market, we can drive down Iran's economy because they can't produce it for that cheap. And so by doing that, it is directly affecting the overall oil prices throughout the world. And we see them spilling over. We see that effect spilling over into the U.S. and gas prices. Gas prices being lowered is great for the consumer. The problem is they don't understand how directly tied oil is to the stock market. So as oil is going down, the stock market continues to go down. If you look right now, oil is trading about what, 25, $26 a barrel. Remember, Syria can produce it for $15. So there's still some room to go down there. How far it will go down is depending on a lot of different things that are going to take place out there. But needless to suffice, the market is going to continue to go down because Syria isn't going to let up, and they don't care what we say, they don't care what we do. They've got their own agenda. So it's important to understand that if you're an investor and you're out in derivatives or stocks or things of that nature, mutual funds, that you understand that only place for your qualified or retirement account to go is to go downward. So oil directly spilling over to the U.S. economy that way. So those are some major factors. That's one major factor that's taking place right now.
Thank you. That's great to know. Um, Now, another question that I have for you today would be there's so much uncertainty in the market right here in the U.S. Now, we hear daily about the ups and downs of the Dow, and I know you have successfully predicted previous market crashes. What do you see? What's going on?
Well, yeah, that's one of the things that I like to point out. There's a lot of people kind of catching this wave saying, oh, I predicted, that the dot-com bubble was going to take place. I predicted that real estate was going to go down. I predicted that the stock market was going to go down in the different times during the last 15, 20 years. I've toured all over the country. I speak with some of the largest gurus in the world. I tour with them. And I've gotten up on stage, recorded, actually documented talking about these turn downs 6, 7 months before they ever took place. And people thought it was crazy. They thought it was nuts. They didn't like what they were hearing, but it turned out those things came to fruition. So